I love reading webcomics, and if you clicked on this video, I'm sure you do as well. But sometimes I can't help but feel like spectacular comics don't get the attention they deserve. So I thought I would start a series on YouTube to bring light to these comics and maybe help them get more readers and help you to find new interesting comics to read. So let's start with our first comic of the day. The Technique Apprentice by Brush and Quill is a fantasy sci-fi. The description reads, "For Nicholas Greytower, life isn't quite as he imagined it would be. Apprenticed to the mysterious technique Orlin Greytower, Nick's days are filled with wonder as he studies the mysteries of old magic and new science, delving the very nature of the universe itself. Or at least he will, just as soon as he's finished with his chores." The story starts with our hero Nicholas cleaning while a little orb thing follows him around and annoys him. At the beginning nothing seems to go his way, but he ends up in a big room where he finds these scorpion bots. Because he previously got the task of cleaning out the whole place by his boss, who we also meet in the first chapter, he has the idea of using these bots for his advantage, but of course things are never as easy as they seem. The art style is very cartoony, and I think the artist or the writer probably has a background in animation, because the compositions and the storytelling is very movie-like. Also, the expressions and the character designs are very dynamic and a lot of the times very over the top. The whole world feels very rich. We get a very good picture about it, this kind of high-tech universe while also using a lot of magic and alchemy. It's a very interesting mix of sci-fi, steampunk, fantasy. The creator duo is very active and they always upload on time. I also adore the icons for the episodes that make a long picture together. It's a very cute idea and I love creators who pay attention to details. I think they deserve much more subscribers than just 95, like what the hell. The next comic is a very interesting one, and it's also kinda popular with over 38,000 subs. The Makings of a Wish by Kande. This is a fantasy drama, and first let's read the description. A human's lifespan was 800 years, until the once most renowned inventor secretly infused humanity with souls. He became immortal, forgotten, and remembered as God. To this day, Gerard Ott has dedicated his long life to deal with the overpopulation and the Earth's resulting wounds, with Jin Han by his side seeking the true past of the first. Sam Nall, the lost first, walks the earth with the same goals, with the addition of freeing humanity from Gerard's hold. I think the description paints a good picture about the story and the characters are very entertaining. Not gonna lie, the story is kinda complicated, the lore is very deep. The comic can be very text heavy, but it is very interesting and I wouldn't want to spoil too much of it. Okay, this toon is absolutely gorgeous. The artist Kanda also streams a lot, so you can watch live how the magic happens. I think the style changes since the beginning of the comic, like if you would compare the prologue to the latest episode, there are much more backgrounds for example. The characters are very nice, and can we talk about the design of Gerard's hair? When I first saw it, I was blown away. I hate when comics make a point about the character being special or special looking and then they can't make a character look special. But here they didn't even have to say anything. I instantly felt like this is something else, something important. The comic usually uploads on Sunday, sometimes with an extra illustration, but for this beauty I think it is always worth the wait. Our last comic for the day, Dailies of a Junior Doc by General Blacko. It's a slice of life comedy, so let's read the description. This is an adventure of a junior doctor in a third world country, where work is chaotic jungle, resources are very limited, and everyone accepts her to know how to manage things on her own. Follow the story of our little doctor Junior as she quickly learns how to manage herself in one of Sudan's largest children's hospital. There is not much to add to the description, this comic is so good. It can be very funny at times but also deals with very heavy topics, so be prepared. Unfortunately, there haven't been any updates since 2021, but even if the comic won't continue, it is a hidden gem worthy of your time. The art is beautiful, if I even have to say that. The style itself is just so good to look at. The shapes are so easy to read, the compositions are perfect, and the colors. I can spend hours just to look at the different shapes, patterns, and the line art. It reminds me of something I can't really put my finger on, but I'm such a sucker for this type of line art, where the inner lines are colorful and the outlines are black. And it also proves that you don't have to overdo it. Simple lines and colors can look perfect too. You don't need shiny sparkles and 3D castles to make a pretty comic. I think it's also very cool that the equipment in the hospital is so detailed. You can really see that the author has a deep understanding of medical stuff. Well, it's probably because the creator wrote the comic 100% based on true events. How cool is that? So please check out these comics and give them some love. If you are interested, you can also check out my webtoon, but it's not near as good as these are. And let me know if you have any recommendations for the next video in the comment section.